Round of applause and welcome on to the pitch. Your teams for this afternoon's Blue Square bet match 3 from the players of Salisbury City and of Woking. of any time.
Darrell, we came here with lots of injuries against the top of the table side. Very, very good result and performance.
Yeah, I was absolutely delighted. You know, our away form hasn't been great this season. To come here to get a point, I was absolutely delighted with. And like you say, with 3-4 key players out, so really, really pleased. I thought the 13 that came on the pitch and the boys in the dugout as well, they all put a great shift in. We always knew it was going to be hard. Always knew my keeper was going to have to make 1 or 2 saves. But bear in mind, that's a back four that's been patched up as well. You know, I've got a left back playing at right back. I've got 19-year-old, 19-year-old and a 23-year-old, you know what I mean? So we've got young lads at the back. Gough in goal was superb as well. So no, really pleased.
You don't want to come to a place like Woking. You've just scored 7 away from home with a patched up defence, do you? No,
you know what I mean. So we had a game plan, and I thought the boys worked really, really hard. At the end of the day, you start a game away from home, you always start with a point, and we're going home with a point. So it's pleasing to come to the top of the table with injury problems that we've got and nick a point.
We did cause them a bit of trouble at the back as well.
Yeah, you know, 1 or 2 things just didn't quite drop for us in the first half. I thought we asked a lot of questions in the first half, and obviously a side like Woking, they're always going to come back at you, and you know they had the better of the second half, and our keepers had to make 1 or 2 great saves. But like I say, when you come to difficult away grounds like this, Woking, we've got a massive budget as well, so we come here and we discipline and we take a point.
I said during the game that the talk was from us that we had a depleted side, but as the game wore on, the talk from Woking was about a depleted side as well, which is a good sign, isn't it, when you're away from home?
Yeah, it is. You know, the boys just kept digging in. We got a little bit sloppy 1 or 2 times in possession, but you can see the fans that followed us today as well appreciated the boys' efforts, and I was delighted with the response. And it gives us a platform, and hopefully that starts a platform for us to improve on our away performances.
We had over 300 here, I reckon, today.
Nah, superb support. We always bring a good following. We brought a good following last year in a trophy, so we're just pleased we've sent them home happy. The lads put a shift in, and we've come away with a point, and then now we go on to a hard FA Cup game at home.
I think it says a lot too, with only the second side to keep a clean sheet here.
Second yard, and I think if you'll sort out and go through the videos, that's 3 clean sheets and a bounce, which builds well. You know, 3-0 against Swindon Supermarine, 3-0 against Eastbourne, and then 0-0 against top of the league. So. And let's be honest, it's not my starting back four that started most of the season, so very, very pleased for the boys that have come in. Ryan Brett, I thought was excellent today with Dutt and Charlie at left back, and Jar for the back four, and the boys in front of them was absolutely superb.
For those who don't understand, you can have one. That was an extremely entertaining 0-0 game.
It was, you know, it was. I think it was. I think 1 or 2 things just didn't quite drop for us. Didn't particularly work their keeper enough, but we're delighted with the point.
So. We say sometimes after a cup game it's back to the league. Now we're going to say back to the cup, and it's Poole Town at home next Saturday. Not an easy one.
No, make no bones about it. It's a massive, massive cup tie for us. You know, it's an home game. I'm hoping the fans get behind the lads. You know, it's important that we get the fans in numbers, because I'll be honest with you, blatantly honest, I won't be glad to bring the likes of Robbie Matthews in and boys to freshen things up if we're not hitting that gate target. You know, so we've got to get the fans back on side, and it is disappointing. But then again, you've got to appreciate, you know, a lot of people are struggling with the finances, but it can't be nothing to do with our own form, because I think since me and Mikey's been in charge, we've played 34 competitive games at home, won 27 of them, drew 4 and lost 3. Now that is an unbelievable record by any stretch of the imagination, so it can't be at home. And let's be honest, some of the performances have been a little bit patchy, but we're in a results business, so it'd be great if we get a good attendance next week in the FA Cup, and I'm sure Poole Town will bring a few fans.
Not wishing to take it away from any of the players who played today, but what are the situations regarding injuries for next week?
Injuries, yeah, I'm hoping. I'm struggling with a slight calf strain, and I managed to get myself on the bench today, but I'm hopeful to be back for next Saturday. We're hopeful Chris Giles to be back next Saturday. Luke's probably a couple, 2-3 weeks away yet, and obviously Callum's going to be long term.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a shame, but I'm hoping to bring a new face in next week, just to bolster the squad.
OK, so fans, watch this space. Thanks very much, Darrell.
Thank you.
Conor Gough with me today. Very active sort of game. You missed the game last week, but what a way to come back this.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was a brilliant performance from the boys. It was a tough game. We knew it was going to be a tough game coming to the top of the league, but put a shift in, did really well.
Yeah, and to be fair, it wasn't just you. You made some superb saves, but you had a good defence in front of you, didn't you?
Oh yeah, brilliant. I mean, it's sort of a makeshift with Chaz coming back to left back, but he did brilliantly, and so did the rest of them.
I think we defended from the front, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was always going to be one of them games where everyone had to put a shift in and do their best and defend as best as they can, and that's what everyone did.
And they netted 7 goals away from home last week, so they must have had some confidence today, and especially where they are in the league as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they did look quite good up front. They had that quick kid on the left, but yeah, we did really well to keep them out.
And are you going to tell me about your saves?
Nah, they're just instinct, aren't they?
Instinct. Well, keep the instincts up. Conor, superb. And I think the fans might have some good news about you in the next few days. We'll see you again next Saturday.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate. Mikey, what a fantastic result at Woking.
Yeah, it's great to come to the top of the league. We came here, we didn't want to concede a goal. We set up a shape that we thought would frustrate them, and we hoped that we could nick one on the break, and that wasn't to be today, but we're delighted. 3 clean sheets in a row now, and if we can keep doing that, we're going to be progressing, and we're going to be moving the right way in the league.
Even I got the formation right today.
Did you? Well, that's a first, Alec. No, we just haven't been happy with our away form. We've talked about it as a group. We said it needs to improve. Our home form's been excellent. 5 wins and 2 draws this season, but our away form's let us down, and we've been disappointed, and we've talked about how we can change that as a group and how we can improve and how can we be more difficult to beat away from home. And we've been working on it hard all week. The lads have put in a shift, and they did today, and then we've come out with a point and a clean sheet, which is a great result. Not many teams will come here and take a point off Woking, I can tell you that.
We're only the second team to do so this season here.
Well, so there you go. Yeah, so vindicates my point.
They say that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Cliche.
Yeah.
But we had a very tough man in between the posts today, didn't we?
Yeah, Conor was absolutely excellent today. He's probably man of the match, to be honest. Some great saves. His kicking was excellent. Distribution was excellent. It was a very, very difficult decision to play Conor today because Tommy was outstanding last week. It was one that the gaffer had to think about a lot. We talked about it through the week, and it was a difficult decision because Tommy was excellent last week. But if you're going to be a successful football club, you want 2 goalkeepers who are at the top of their game, competing week in, week out, keeping the pressure on, and that's what Tommy did last week. And Conor, vindicated our decision to play him today.
We've got to say that Tommy's been sitting around for some time, came in last week, and it makes it even more credible, doesn't it? He put a good performance.
No doubt, but that's testament to Tommy because he's been working really hard in training. He's been keeping himself sharp. He's improved aspects of his fitness, which is what we asked him to do. And we've talked to him about how we think he can improve it in other areas, and he's taken it on board. His attitude's superb, and that's what we want. We want 2 keepers who are going to be positive, competing for that number 1 spot, and it keeps them each other on their toes, and they keep progressing.